You will never run this place.
I understand, Daddy.
You will never run this place. Those 6 words shattered Folake's heart. Years later, the same people who heard Babatunde say them would stand outside a different shop, shaking their heads in disbelief. If your father spent his whole life building a business with your help, only to hand everything to someone else because he was a son, would you still help when everything fell apart? This is the story of a family, a building material shop, and the price of choosing tradition over competence. Before shopping malls and giant hardware stores took over the city, there was a popular building materials shop along Ojo Road in Lagos called Adeyemi Building Supplies. Contractors, bricklayers, plumbers, electricians, and homeowners all knew the place. If you needed cement, roofing sheets, iron rods, tiles, paint, nails, or plumbing materials, you went there first. Babatunde built the business from nothing. He started with just a few bags of cement, a wheelbarrow, and a dream after losing his first wife. Every profit he made went back into the business because he wanted one promise to come true.
My children will never know poverty.
My children will never know poverty. His first
That
child,
little girl
Folake,
counts better than adults.
practically grew up inside the shop. While other children spent weekends watching television, Folake arranged bags of cement, counted inventory, cleaned shelves, and learned how to identify quality materials from fake ones. By age 14, she could calculate large orders faster than the shop's calculator.
Folake,
By 18,
you always
she
get the
managed
order right.
suppliers, negotiated
Thank you,
better
customer.
prices, handled customer complaints, and kept accurate financial records using a computer system she taught herself to use. Customers often smiled whenever Babatunde
Folake
wasn't
runs this
around.
place better than anyone.
That girl runs this shop
Thank you,
better
madam.
than anyone. Babatunde smiled every time he heard it. But deep inside, those words unsettled him. He had always wanted a son to inherit the family business. When he remarried and his second wife gave birth to Kunle, Babatunde believed God had finally
has an
completed
heir.
his family. Without realizing it, he also changed the future of the business. As they grew older, the difference became obvious.
Let me quickly finish
Folake
this work.
spent her days in
Let
the
me
warehouse,
relax and
checking
enjoy my
deliveries,
father's money.
verifying
I don't need to
invoices,
do
and
any
ensuring
work.
customers received exactly what they paid for. Kunle preferred sitting in the air-conditioned office. He loved wearing expensive clothes, driving his father's pickup truck, and introducing himself as the future owner.
Sir, Kunlo approved the wrong order again. It's all right. He'll learn. Thanks, Daddy.
Whenever he made mistakes, Babatunde defended him. He will learn. When Kunle ordered the wrong roofing sheets, Babatunde blamed the supplier. When Kunle offended important customers, Babatunde apologized on his behalf. When Kunle forgot to pay suppliers, Babatunde quietly settled the debts. But Folake received no such mercy.
Folake, you must never make
One day,
careless mistakes.
she
Do you
accidentally
understand?
undercharged
Yes,
the
Daddy, I'm
customer
sorry.
by a small amount. Babatunde corrected her in front of every employee. You must never make careless mistakes. She accepted the correction without arguing. She simply worked harder. Years passed. The workers respected Folake because she earned it. Kunle expected respect because he believed his surname guaranteed it. One afternoon, Babatunde gathered both children in his office. "I've been thinking about
Both
retirement,"
of you, listen
he
carefully.
said.
I've been thinking about
Folake
retirement.
smiled.
That's wonderful,
She
Daddy.
thought
That's
they were
wonderful, Daddy.
finally going
Kunle
to
will inherit the
discuss the
company.
future
Daddy,
together.
but Kunle don't know anything about the business.
Silence. You are only but a woman.
Babatunde spoke without asking a single question. "Kunle will take over the company." Silence filled the room. "Folake," he continued, "you remain here as assistant manager. Help your brother. Support him. A family business should stay in a man's hands." The words landed harder than any slap. Folake had spent nearly 20 years helping build the company.
Mr. Adiemi, your health needs immediate attention.
So I can no longer run the business the way I used to?
You need to slow down and rest.
I understand.
A year later, Babatunde suffered health complications. The transition happened sooner than expected.
The time has
Kunle
come.
officially
you're
became
now the managing director.
director.
I won't disappoint you.
Company signboard
I wish the company
was
success.
replaced with a shiny new one. Kunle Adeyemi Building Materials Limited. Folake noticed something immediately. Her father's own name had disappeared. So had the history. Kunle wanted everyone to know the business now belonged to him. He began making changes almost immediately.
The first shop is successful
He
because we
borrowed
protect our cash
millions
flow.
from the bank
This loan is too
to
risky.
open
We're
a
expanding too
second
quickly.
branch.
You're thinking too small. I'm
Folake
building an
warned him.
empire.
I hope you're right.
The first shop is stable because we manage our cash carefully. This loan is too risky. Kunle laughed. You're thinking too small. He hired friends with little experience. He bought expensive office furniture. He purchased luxury vehicles before paying suppliers. He extended credit to customers who rarely paid back because he wanted people to call him generous. Sales looked impressive. Profits quietly disappeared.
Every month, our expenses are rising. Our cash reserve is shrinking. If we continue like this, we won't be able to pay suppliers.
I know what Mulo understands the business.
Every month, Folake presented reports showing the business was bleeding money. Kunle ignored them. "I know what I'm doing." Babatunde believed him. Within 2 years, the cracks became impossible to hide. Suppliers stopped giving credit. Several bounced checks damaged the company's reputation. The bank demanded loan repayments. Workers complained about delayed salaries. Customers began buying from competitors because products were often out of stock. Folake watched everything happen. It felt like watching someone slowly demolish a house she had spent 20 years building. One Monday morning, she made the hardest decision of her life. She resigned. There was no shouting, no dramatic speech, no family meeting. She simply handed over her office keys and walked away. For the first time in decades, the company had to survive without her. It didn't.
The inventory doesn't match the records. Sir, we're missing over 50 bags of cement. I can't explain where the materials went. Keep looking.
Without Folake managing operations, every hidden weakness became obvious. Inventory disappeared. Accounts were inaccurate. Suppliers refused fresh deliveries until old debts were paid. The second branch closed after only 18 months. The bank seized company vehicles. Finally, Adeyemi Building Supplies was placed on auction. Kunle blamed everyone except himself. The economy is bad. The government failed businesses. Our suppliers cheated us. My sister abandoned us. He never admitted the truth. He had inherited a thriving business. He simply didn't know how to protect it. Meanwhile, Folake rented a modest shop only a few streets away. She called it simply Fola Building Supplies. No giant billboard. No expensive lunch. Just honest work. She personally greeted customers. She remembered contractors by name.
Is this your new shop?
She paid
Yes,
suppliers
welcome.
exactly
Good
when
morning,
promised.
Mr. Adewale. How is your construction
She
project
refused
coming along?
unnecessary
Very well.
loans.
You always remember.
People are
Slowly,
more important than
builders
transactions.
began recommending her shop. Word spread. If Fola says the materials are original, they are. Within 4 years, she opened a second branch. Then a third. Not because someone handed them to her. Because she earned every one. The day the bank auctioned at Deyemi Building Supplies, Babatunde stood across the road, watching strangers inspect the shop he had spent 40 years building. Every shelf held memories. Every wall reminded him of sacrifices. Everything was gone. Not because the market changed, but because he had ignored the person who understood the business best. That evening, he walked slowly to Fola Building Supplies. Folake was balancing the day's accounts.
Good evening,
She looked
Daddy.
up.
Good evening. I came
Good evening,
to
Daddy.
talk.
Go ahead, Daddy.
He nodded. I came to talk. She offered him a chair. For several minutes, neither of them spoke. Finally, Babatunde broke the silence. I chose the
I
wrong
believe
child.
inheritance belonged to sons.
Folake remained
Who was
quiet.
prepared instead of who was
I
born
thought
male.
inheritance
Sorry.
belonged to sons. His voice trembled. I should have asked who was ready instead of who was born male.
I chose
Tears filled his
the wrong
eyes.
child. I believed inheritance
I'm
belonged
sorry.
to sons. I should have asked who was
Folake looked
prepared
at him
instead
gently.
of who was born male. I'm sorry.
You didn't lose, the, business because Kunle was your son.
You lost it because you
He
value
looked up.
tradition above competence.
You
didn't just
lost
give him the
it
business, you
because
handed him
you
responsibilities he
value
wasn't prepared to
tradition
carry.
above competence. Her voice remained calm. You didn't just give him the business. You handed him responsibility he wasn't prepared to carry. Babatunde lowered his head. I want to help here, he whispered. Please let me be part of this business.
I want to help. Let me be part of this business.
Why now?
Folake studied him. Why now? He opened his mouth. Nothing came out. His silence answered the question. Time moved on. Babatunde occasionally visited the shop, not as owner, not as chairman, simply as a father learning humility.
Kunle,
eventually found
these
ordinary
delivery
employment
records
with
need
another
correcting.
construction supplier.
Yes, sir.
For the first
I'll fix
time
them
in his
immediately.
life, he had supervisors who corrected him instead of excusing him. Folake never celebrated her brother's failure. She stayed focused on serving customers and growing her company. Years later, People around the neighborhood often told younger entrepreneurs the story. The successful business wasn't inherited. It was built by the person everyone overlooked.
And whenever someone asked what happened to Babatunde's famous shop, the older traders would simply smile and say, "He discovered too late that the strongest foundation isn't built with cement or iron rods. It's built by the hands that show up every single day." Because businesses don't survive through family names. They survive through character, discipline, wisdom, and competence. A daughter is never a backup plan. Talent has no gender. And the greatest inheritance any parent can leave behind is the courage to place responsibility in the hands of the person who has truly earned it.